Welcome to Landria Onkka on YouTube, here to help you break through fears and live an awesome life. We're going to have a little coffee chat. All right, so we're going to talk about negative thoughts. I'm going to talk about nothing but negative thoughts. I'm going to give you some other ways to deal with them, because the 3-second manifesting is the most effective one. What is it? When you take the negative thought, you become aware. That video is actually only being aware. That's all it is. Now, just so you know, I am developing an app for this. Somebody requested that, and I had apps going that I'm putting together. So that is an actual app that's going to be available for you. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. But in the meantime, you're going to have to do it yourself. You catch that negative thought. It's only awareness that changes anything. If you're not aware, you will continue in the old patterns, and if you have some negative ones, then they will continue on, and nothing in your life will change. So this is why Eckhart Tolle is so popular, because the power of now is powerful. And so that now presence makes you aware of, what am I thinking? You switch into the positive one. Well, today I'm going to give you something else, because someone wrote in, and let's have another sip here, because I got a little throat thing going here. A little froggy throat thing. Someone wrote in and said that she is meditating. She's using my meditations. She really likes them, but she said that the whole time her negative thoughts are getting stronger. What is that? Is that a phase? Does it get worse before it gets better? No. That's something that she's personally experienced, and that other people may experience too. Because when you pull off the wrapping and the box and everything else and the ribbons, you see exactly what's inside. So when you're walking around every day, you are aware of what's going on out there. People are talking, you're active, and inside, that chatter is always going. It's not happening when you're meditating. What's happening is you just pulled everything off, and meditation allowed you to see what was inside that is controlling you at all times. That's scary, huh? It's scary, because what's happening is that's just how you're operating. You're walking around with negative thoughts all day. It's just conditioning, and we think it's just okay. We just accept it. Oh, negative thoughts, especially judging one another all day long. So-and-so's bad. Oh, they're this, they're that, they're that. And we have to catch ourselves. Those are also negative thoughts. You never want to think something negative or of another person, or judge another person for what they believe, for what they do, or anything. You can have your own beliefs and your own thoughts, but you do not have to correct somebody else or demean them or believe that they're wrong. Everyone is allowed to believe and think what they want to, and you don't have to agree with that. So let's get away from the negative thinking, respect one another and our pathways. If you had everything right, we'd be lined up around the block, asking you to perform miracles, right? Well, none of us has that power at this moment. We are capable of it, but we're getting there, right? So I just want to share with you that you do wield amazing power, and that power should be, if you want to raise to the highest frequency and go to the new earth, should be directed in the most positive way. So let's get on it 24/7. Someone said, can I manifest 2 things in one day? And I said, you're manifesting everything all the time. Yes, of course, you can manifest 5 billion things in one day. You're already doing it. It's what you're manifesting that I'm trying to help you with. We're always manifesting. Can you manifest things you desire in one day? Yeah, you can do it all day long for the rest of your life, and that's what I want to help you get to. I want to help you get to that place where every single thought, belief, and action is positive. That's it. Can you imagine the life like that? So let's talk about that incessant negative thinking. If you like, oh, I can't stop it. Well, do not battle it. So when you become aware that you have the negative thoughts, here's the exercise that you can do, as I'm really explaining right now, that will actually help you to become aware of why things may or may not be happening in your life that you don't desire, okay? And that is when you meditate or when you go into any quiet thinking, when the negative thoughts show up, and if you're even walking around all day, negative thoughts continually show up, then I want you to look it right in the face. You look directly at it. So when you're not doing your 3-second manifesting and switching over, this is another positive way to dissolve them. So you would take the thought, the negative thought comes in, again, awareness. If you're meditating, it's real easy if they're coming in. And you absolutely look at it. And then you actually repeat it in your head. Now don't be afraid of this. We're not reinforcing it by doing this. We're actually going to dissolve it by doing this. When you repeat it and you say, okay, so let's say, what's the negative thought? I'm going to be broke. Oh my gosh, I'm not going to be able to pay my bills, I'm going to be broke. That's a big one. People always worry about that. You're projecting into the future. You're actually focusing on it and you're going to make it real. So if you keep doing that, let's just nip it in the bud and look at that. I'm going to be broke, and then you sit there and think, that is a projection. And I can change that projection. Why am I thinking that? And then don't get involved. Don't start to get too involved into it. Just look at that thought and don't do anything with it. And you can put a little bit of thought of, like, you know, why that is a projection of the future. In other words, what am I manifesting, right? Then what am I manifesting? And look at it. So instead of switching over to the positive thought, because obviously if those negative thoughts keep coming, let's look at it. I always say look pain right in the face. It starts to dissolve. Okay, I'm going to be broke in the future. What is that? It's not the future. You're not broke. It's a statement that doesn't help me. Why would I do that? So you're looking at it as a separate thing that's in the room that's talking to you, and you have a conversation with it in a distant way, saying basically, why would you come in the room and say that? Right? If somebody came in the room right now and said to you, you're going to be broke, you'd say, get out of my house. So why would you allow that into your mind? Right? So then you turn around and you say, that is a projection that I do not choose. I do not choose that projection. Wow, that's interesting. And you look at it and you think, that's interesting that that keeps showing up. But you're not putting thought into the thing that it's talking about. That's just a negative thought that I truly would not allow into my house. Why am I allowing it into my mind? When you battle it, you fuel it and create more pain. You get it riled because you're upset about it. When you get upset about something, you fuel that energy, right? That's why fear brings in darker forces, because you're just connecting with lower energies. That's all. It's no big deal. It really isn't. This stuff's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. You're doing all of it, everything. You're doing everything. The demonic stuff, we're doing everything. All of it. If you believe it, it exists. So stop believing it. If you don't want chaos in the world, stop believing it. You actually will stop. This is how it works. And you got to stay on it. And stay on it. Somebody just wrote me, stuff's changing. The world is changing. They said that their friends are stopping to watch the conspiracy theory channels, and that they're coming over to the higher, you know, the quantum physics and on all this great stuff, law of attraction. I said, yay, yay. So, again, look at it. We don't need it anymore. I don't need you anymore. I don't need you. But thank you for trying to protect me. But that's not the future I desire. That's not the future I'm going to project. Okay, I'm going to go back to my meditation, right? And then it floats by. Oh, there's another one. Oh, that's mom and dad. That's what they said. Yeah, okay. You're worthless. Yeah, I remember. I got that from mom and dad. Okay, let's let that float by. You're not smart enough. Oh, that was that teacher in, 5th grade that said that. Oh, bless her. I think she was trying to help me, but didn't work out that way. All right, floats by. And then bless everybody that helped to create that negative thought because they too were in density. And you want to bless them because when they're in density, you want them to come out of their funk, the fog of density. You want them to come out of it. So if you bless them, that will help raise the frequency for everybody else to come out of density so that they would never project that on anybody else or see anything too. We don't want to blame them. They're just students too, right? You're whole and perfect, strong and powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Blessings to you, my friend. Namaste.